Yo, what's good, kings and queens? It's your boy Dawn, and I'm back for another reaction video today. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit all so you know every time I post, you heard. If you're not new to the channel, you already know what to do. Go down below, hit that like button, put your social media, you heard. If you get pinned, you win. Y'all already know. As y'all can tell by the thumbnail and title, you heard, we're going to be reacting to the 60 things you can buy with $1. Uno pesos. Uno dot, I don't know. What's uno yen? I don't know how to say one in any other language. So $1 you heard around the world. If you had $1 right now, can you turn that to $1 million? Talk to me. Alright. So what you think $1? I feel like when I was younger, like I used to fiend for a quarter. Quarter, it was lit. If I had $1, I would go crazy. Now, you get $1, you not Dollar Tree is not even $1 no more. You get $1, you're gonna be tight because you gotta pay taxes. Sad, man. So let me know what y'all would get around the world. I mean, what y'all would get for $1 if y'all had it. Let's get into the video. Let's see what we could get around the world. I don't even know, so I'm anxious to see you. Riches.com.
What can you get for $1 nowadays? Surprisingly, you just might be able to find a steal for that George Washington in your wallet.
Okay.
Whether you're looking for the best sale or planning your next spending spree, The Richest has scoured the interweb to get you the best deals around the world. And while you're here, make sure to click on that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the latest from The Richest. And while you're at it, like this video and hit that notification bell. Now let's take a look at 60 things you can buy with $1 around the world. In the Philippines, you could treat yourself after a long walk in Cebu province with a foot massage. And while you're lounging back and getting $1 foot rub, you can buy a small bottle of Tangier rum. If $1 rum isn't your thing, you can find an establishment that'll give you 2 bottles of San Miguel beer for $1. Pair that off with 2 cans of Cheese Whiz and you have yourself a party. Maybe you're not one for fattening snacks, and if that's the case, you can make your own meal by buying 2.5 pounds of rice for $1. In South Korea, you can spice things up in another part of Asia to keep you and your friends amused. Renting a private room for karaoke in New York City's Koreatown will rack up your bill, but $1 in South Korea can get you, on average, 8 minutes of karaoke. Sure, 8 minutes is real limited when it comes to having fun, but maximize your time by singing 2.5 pop songs. And hopefully, if you're on a trip to South Korea, you've brought more than a couple bucks with you, and you can be killing the whole room softly with your song. Which, by the way, totally our jam. In Hungary, not only can you go on a walking tour of the ancient architecture and beautiful landscapes that this European country has to offer, but you can do it with half a bottle of wine in your hands. $1 can get you several glasses, and another $1 can score you a sweet flatbread near St. Stephen's Basilica. If you want to nosh on a different...
In the mission you heard, let me know down in the comments what y'all think of the video so far. She is, I think she's giving us everything, but do these places charge tax? That's the important part, you heard? When you give up $1, you're going to have to pay tax too, and you ain't got it, you're done. Other than that, let's get back into the video. Let's see what they talk
Real
about.
talk, that was
these things for $1, you heard? Y'all need rice? Y'all need this?
Type of dessert, you'll be able to find a kurtoskalax pastry. The rolled, flaky pastry is coated in granulated sugar and butter and is baked over a spit until brown and crisp. Then it's often topped in cinnamon or nuts. To top that off, certain establishments will offer a combo of a coffee and pastry deal that gets you both for $1. Follow that up with half a glass of beer for a little over 75 cents, and boom, we just scheduled you an entire afternoon in Hungary. Then go on a road trip to Portugal, where you can find places serving 2 cups of coffee for $1. Sure, that sounds like a long drive, but for another $1, you can smuggle an unreal amount of gas from Venezuela. Then you should have enough gas rations to drive across Europe.
Okay.
In Indonesia, you can find just about anything for $1. Since $1 converts to about 14,000 of Indonesia's standard currency, the rupiah, you should be able to travel over to Bali, enjoy the sights, and escape to the vendors on the streets. The street side establishments often offer $1 deals on their food, and you'll be able to score affordable versions of classic Indonesian cuisine. Start your day off with a plate of bubar ayam, which is an Indonesian comfort food made up of chicken and rice. Later, sprinkle some spicy nasi sambal on a dish of nasi goreng, which is another rice meat and veggie dish. Then go a-wandering on a full stomach and only slightly less full wallet. While you're out, if you're feeling that you need to freshen your breath after your street vendor binge, you can reportedly find up to 67 pieces of gum, as long as you know where to look. This deal for chewing gum definitely beats the average of 3 pieces of gum you'd likely find in Switzerland. If you're walking, chewing, and exploring the country, it might be helpful for you to note that there's a $1 train ticket that'll take you from the Indonesian city of Bogor to the sprawling Indonesian capital of Jakarta.
Nice.
In Australia, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump away from Indonesia. While the country/continent is a bit more expensive on average, you'll probably be able to stroll through Melbourne or Canberra with a sausage roll in hand. This handheld meal tends to cost $1 all across the land down under, and throw out another $1, you should be able to find a bottle of white wine on the cheap too. A trip to Sydney could rack up charges on your credit card, but check out the Sydney-based Unicorn Hotel restaurant on a Tuesday, and you could treat yourself to their $1 burgers. Located on Oxford Street, the Unicorn probably has as many patrons as the Morrison Bar and Oyster Room on Wednesday nights. This place offers $1 oysters as part of an hour-long special every hump day, and follow that up with $1 hot dogs at the Soda Factory on Tuesdays. But what if you're avoiding sit-down restaurants? Then head to Australia's Mickey D's to get a flavored slushie for, yes, $1. In Tanzania, you can buy yourself a plateful of chipsy my eye for less than $1. At first glance, it seems like an egg and potato omelet, but it is so much more. At just 1,500 Tanzanian shillings, this delicacy usually shares a dish with beans, fish, or rice. In China, a round-trip ferry ticket from Hong Kong to mainland China can be obtained with a single $1 bill. Once you make it to mainland China, you probably won't have to search far to find a platter of vegetable dumplings for the price of another $1. Dumplings can be found for $1 in the streets of Shanghai, and they can probably be located in other Chinese cities as well. In India, $1 can go a long way. While it'll get you 1 loaf of bread in Iraq, it'll get you 10 cups of chai in the Indian subcontinent. Chai averages around 6 rupees each, which equals out to roughly 10 cents. For 50 rupees in Kolkata, you can buy yourself an all-you-can-eat plate of a dal, rice, vegetables, pickles, and chutney. Restaurants will offer unlimited dishes of standard Indian delicacies with naan breads and curries, all up for the taking. In Turkey, you can likely find a vendor who will serve you the local cuisine on the cheap. But if you're looking to spend $1 in another part of the country, you can take public transportation from Istanbul to Katakoy for $1 per ride.
Wow.
In Vietnam, you can get pho for $1 in Ho Chi Minh City. The country hosts more than 90 million citizens, and if this deal doesn't add more people to its population, we don't know what else would. In Turkmenistan, for $1, you can nab a ticket to your favorite film. Unfortunately, citizens of Turkmenistan only make around $80 per month. It's a big investment to stay up to date on the latest flicks at the local cinema. In Peru, you'll find a chicken dish called ajita gallina, which includes rice, shredded chicken, yellow potatoes, and black olives. After spending only $1 on food, you can tour Peruvian cities like Lima and Cusco on a full stomach. In Egypt, amble around the Great Pyramid of Giza, tour the Great Sphinx, and hike through the Valley of the Kings. And since you've probably paid an arm and a leg for the flight to Cairo, you can save on your other travel expenses by investing in 10 fool sandwiches, which are made with beans. You can also find falafel, shawarma pita, and heck, even donuts, all for $1 each. For a more uniquely Egyptian experience, go for a kosheri plate. This dish, easy to come by in Cairo, is a mishmash of lentil, rice, and onions on a bed of noodles. While shopping around Egyptian markets, you should be able to nab a tuna can for $1. And although it may not be New York style, you can get 2 slices of pizza for $1, as opposed to New York's famous single dollar slice. On a similar note, New Zealand pizza parlors will offer up around 2 slices for $1 as well. Across the African continent from Egypt, in Nigeria, you can get 3 cans of Coke or a loaf of bread for $1. In Russia, the cost of living is about 1/3 lower than it is in America, for a variety of reasons. Although their economy is worse off than America's, they're able to get...
In the midst of I hope y'all enjoying the video so far. It looks like a lot of transportation is $1. There's a lot of little foods as well. it's a lot of places outside of the country too that have more population of people. So that does make sense, like more foot traffic and if y'all enjoyed the video so far, let me know down in the comments what y'all favorite part is, which I will buy with y'all dollar. Also, y'all, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. That's how we get rid of these intermissions. I'm tired.
And one that I can highly recommend.
Many amenities at a much cheaper rate than some Western nations. For example, 4 pounds of spuds can be equivalent to a single US dollar, depending on where you are in Russia. We don't know for sure whether or not they match the quality of Idaho's potatoes, so we'll get back to you on that after our next trip to the country. It may not be as much food as a meal in Indonesia, but for a country that's famous for its bread, you'd be shocked to find that many baguettes are available for $1 or less. You can ride up the expensive elevator to the top of the Eiffel Tower with a cheap baguette in hand. And if that's not romantic, then we don't know what is. In Finland, there's nothing romantic about what you can get for $1. Unlike the United States, Finland and certain other European nations require fees for entry into their public bathrooms. It stinks to have to pay $1 to enter the restroom in Finland, but the positive takeaway is the fact that, on the whole, Finland's bathrooms tend to be cleaner than your average US toilet. You might be willing to pay the fee for the bathroom break after eating one of Sweden's green piglin ice pops for $1 and downing a half liter of Icelandic milk. In Thailand, while it's easy to get a dish of the ever-popular pad thai for $1 from the right restaurant or vendor, staying in touch with friends and family is a bit more of an ordeal. Making a call on your smartphone can average out to about $1 an hour. This also translates to a median rate of $1 per hour of online web activity. And in the United States, you can purchase certain songs on iTunes, books for your Kindle, games on app stores, or domains on the US-based web host GoDaddy.com for 99 cents. 2 pairs of scissors from Office Depot can still be found for less than 50 cents. You might be able to locate Megabus tickets for $1. $1 can go an even longer way if you donate it to No Kid Hungry. There, your single George Washington branded banknote can give a full meal to 10 separate children. Or you can buy a side dish or sandwich from the value menu of a variety of fast food restaurants. A 30-can case of PBR can be found for just under $20. So if you're all of age and you went in on a box with your friends, you'd be spending an average of just over half $1 per can. So whether you're drinking, eating, touring, or exploring any of the exotic locales scattered throughout this expansive world of ours, there are plenty of ways to save on expenses. Just know that even the ritziest sites usually have a cheap and safe alternative nearby that will allow you to enjoy everything these countries have to offer without breaking your bank. So get out there, stay hungry, see the world, and let us know how it goes. And there you go.
If y'all enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments what was your favorite part you heard. Let me know if I should react to something similar or something different than this. Y'all already know I got y'all. Thank y'all for popping out to the video again. Please follow on my social media. Everything is up top. I just shot another video, as y'all know. Y'all go check it out. And then let me know what y'all think of that one. And then catch me in the next one, you heard, because y'all already know. I'm there. Peace. Love. Dawn.